You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
It's Vegas. It's rock. It's dogs. It's Vegas Rock Dog Radio. A rock and roll show all about pets, people, and pop culture. Stand by for great guests and cool advice. All in one rockin' hour. The phone lines are open at 702-483-4444. That's 702-483-4444. Now, let's bring on the host. Here is the rock and roll queen of dogs, Sam.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today? You're listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio with me, Sam, your host, the queen of rock and roll dogs. And the show is all about pets, people, and pop culture with a little rock and roll flair. We're not conventional, which I like. That's how I am. And it's going to be a fun show today. If anyone listened in last week, they'll remember that my husband, James Dorigo, was in studio. And I'm a glutton for punishment. I brought him back. So he's going to be walking in any second now. And who knows what's going to come out of his mouth today, because last week, I learned some new things about him after 20 years of marriage. It was funny, though. It was funny. I mean, sometimes you just have to have fun with it, don't you, Mike? You know, you can't always be serious about everything.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, you just sort of have to look at where Jim and I came from, okay?
I know.
You know.
Often Jim says to me, Sam, we're having a cultural impasse, and we had one this week.
Wish he was here to back me up right now.
Yeah, you're like, where is he?
I feel like I'm swimming out here alone, but whatever.
You're with the sharks. You're with the sharks.
When he gets back, I get some free rock and roll clothing or something.
Something. Yeah, he left you high and dry. He's like that. He's bad news sometimes. It was a funny show, though.
I mean, I don't want to encourage. You know, it's where we live. Now, do we go after the pretty little bunnies that are in a thing? No, we don't go after those. We're talking about rabbits that are in the wild, okay?
I still can't get my head around that.
I
still can't get my head around that.
How far
it's a cultural
from where you're
impasse.
from? How far is Welsh?
Wales.
Wales.
Well, let me tell you something. I'll tell you where I live, Mike. Where I come from. I come from the greenest city in Europe, with more trees per person than any other city.
Oh, I would really like that.
So I'm used to nature, the rolling hills, and look, our house in Sheffield. No one around us, basically. You just look around, fields and fields and fields. But still, we used to own a goat, you know, but we never ate them. She ate everything in sight.
My point coming here is you're close to Wales, correct? And isn't
not
Welsh
really.
Welsh rabbit is a very fine.
But it's not rabbit.
It's not true rabbit there that they serve. Welsh rabbit is not true rabbit.
It's cheese. It's a cheese dish.
Okay. I learn something every day, folks.
I'm going to show you a picture on the break what Welsh rabbit is.
Okay.
Is that not the craziest thing ever?
I'm sorry.
It's like an English muffin. Never ate an English muffin in my life coming from England.
Okay.
Got here, I'm like, what's this English muffin thing that people are eating?
So is there something close to that over there? Is there something close to the English muffin that actually looks like what we call an English muffin?
Not really, no. I mean, I guess it would be, we call it a bun. I do love a currant bun.
So in other words, we just make up a bunch of stuff that supposedly the Brits do, I guess.
Yeah. I guess McDonald's took the whole French fry thing, didn't they? I'm sure the fries are not like that in France.
You know, I've never been one to really leave the country, but now that I think about it, you know, maybe a trip to London, never in that area might
You would love it, Mike. I'm telling you now, you would love it.
Well, Jim, thanks a lot for saving the day here, but I tried.
I texted him. I don't know. Maybe he just ran away. Who knows?
No, I'm not out for senseless killing or anything like that. And of course, we all know back in the days and days and days. I mean, there was hunting to survive and meat for the family and for the table. I'm not for senseless killing at all.
That's right.
If you're just going out blasting to blast, then that's stupid. Go get a target and blast at the target.
And times have changed, haven't they? You know, a great deal. So. A great deal. But yeah, so I don't know where he is.
Hey, you know what? I want to bring up something.
Yeah.
Big scam going on Craigslist with animals.
Oh, do you know what?
People
talking about it this morning.
Did Diane get a hold of you on this?
No, but tell me.
We were on Craigslist. You know, folks, we had to put our black lab down just about a year ago, and we've been looking for a friend. And we went on Craigslist, lady had huskies. People had huskies up there. Contacted them about it, so we contacted them about it.
Yeah.
They had 5 of them left. Beautiful looking dogs.
Oh.
Had papers to them, everything.
Right.
So all they were looking for is family. They had 5 left, and they needed to get rid of them. They were looking for a good home if they would pay for the shipping.
Oh, there you go. It's a backyard breeder from out of state. Yeah. It's disgusting.
And
a breeder doesn't ship.
And then you had to go through this other company and this and this and this and this. But here's the funny thing about it.
Yeah.
We never gave any money or anything like this. We were looking into it. I said, Diane, research. In fact, I told her, I said, call Sam.
Yeah, because
okay.
Less. Ugh.
And so anyhow, less than 24 hours after the first call to Husky, we get a call from somebody else that we never even contacted about wanting to know if we wanted to get the Chihuahua shipped to us.
Oh, my Lord.
Folks, be careful, be careful, be careful.
You know what? Let me tell you something. Craigslist, for as many years for years, people have been petitioning for them to stop, 1, selling pets on there, 2, masquerading as breeders, and 3, stop giving away pets. Because, well, first of all, when you give away a pet, you're more than likely going to get the dog fighting people come and pick up that adopt,
yes,
quotation marks there, adopt this dog. Now everybody's got a little bit wise to it, so now they send the cute girlfriends in, to adopt the dog, when they're either for bait dogs or they're for actual fighting.
Right.
And for years, people have been petitioning. And same with a website in England called Gumtree. Same thing. It's a nightmare. In fact, I saw 2 Dalmatians this week. You're going to believe this. We just adopted these. We've got to get rid of them because they're too big for the house. They take up too much. They literally had them like 2 days, something like that. Well, someone made a few little phone calls about that to find out that they'd basically, they're called dog flippers. So they get a free dog and then they try and turn around and sell it for money.
Right.
Yeah. So that's all. They stole a dog and tried to act like they adopted it, and they need to get rid of it. So
didn't want to hijack your show. I just want.
It came to my mind. It's a serious issue.
People out there, Craigslist. If you're looking, I'm sure there are people on Craigslist that are reliable and they do good services and provide great animals.
There's no screening, and that's the risk we all take.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's terrible. And I mean, I've seen, there's a guy right now in town that everybody's trying to flag him, that he's doing the same thing. He's picking them up for bait dogs, the free dogs for bait dogs, So, I mean, here's the alternative for a lot of people. If you need to rehome your pet, first of all, do not say you need money when you don't want your pet. You do not, you know what I mean? You're not selling a product.
Right.
And if you really care about your pet, what you'll do is you won't go to our local shelter because obviously our kill rate is too high. So more than likely, particularly if they're a Chihuahua or a bully breed type,
yes,
they're going to be the first to be euthanized. It's the fact. And it shouldn't be the fact, but it is. There are a million local rescues.
Right.
We've got so many good rescues in town. People don't think that that's an avenue for them. I don't know why. They go, I'll either go, just dump it, or I'll get rid of it on Craigslist, or I'll take it down the shelter. But they never think about the rescues.
Right.
And if you've got a Chihuahua, actually, we don't even have a Chihuahua rescue, and I can't believe why we don't. I do have a friend that does like private Chihuahua rescues. She just gets one at a time, fixes them up, finds them a home. But we actually don't have a Chihuahua rescue.
There's a bunch of them here.
I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. But no one seems to think that they can contact a rescue and say, hey, can I surrender my pet? A lot of people don't think it's an option.
Right.
And it's a better option.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, who wants to think that their dog got picked up for a bait dog,
Yes.
So, and if you care about your pet, no, don't make money on him. I'm sorry. I love it. They'll go, it's such a fantastic dog. It's so friendly, best companion ever. Gotta get rid of it. Okay. Yeah. That makes no sense.
That's like 5 red flags all in one right there,
don't believe you. You know what I mean?
Please watch out, everybody.
Oh, my gosh. And another thing, dog theft is on the rise. Big time here in the state. Big time in Vegas.
That happened to Michelle Roxy Davis, the 702 Rocks on Friday.
Yeah.
You know Michelle here that has the show, right? She got one of those, I don't know the breed. It was one of those little cute little dogs. It was a female type of dog. She's got it back, but they stole it and ransomed it out.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you.
That's what's going on. It's bad news in town. Here's the thing. Do not leave your dogs out. Do not have an outside dog, period. It's too flipping hot out here anyway. 3, do not leave your dogs in vehicles, because especially if you park next to me, it won't be pretty.
Oh, I'm not the one to call the law on every type of thing, but I'm calling the law right there. That's it. You're done. You're done.
No chances on that one. Don't leave him in the car running in for 5 minutes because, let me tell you something. They're either going to be dead or they're going to be gone because someone will steal them. Happened to a gentleman this week. Left his cute puppy I think it was in the truck. I don't know if it was in the back or not. Which one is not safe to have him in the back of the truck either. And came back. I think he was pumping gas, whatever. Went in to pay, blah, blah, blah. Gone. Let me tell you something. You're making your pets a sitting duck. You are asking for your pets to be stolen when you leave them outside, tied up on the street, in your vehicles. It's, you've got to start being responsible. And like Mike said, a lot of them sure enjoy a ransom, Yeah. And it's a terrible situation. And if your pet gets stolen, it is your fault. Apart from, say, maybe they break into your house. That's happening too. I mean, it's just awful. Think about it. If you've a doggy door and you're not in all day, just, they're looking for you. They're looking for your pets, and your pets are priceless to you, and the thieves know it. So be extra, extra, extra vigilant because, as I said, I'm seeing it on the rise here in Vegas, and I don't like it. It really is upsetting, and there's nothing worse than coming home and your dog's gone, or getting back in your vehicle and your dog's gone. So, yeah, be extra, extra, extra cautious. I don't think we can say enough, to be honest with you. But yes, I don't like to see that at all. That's really, no one has a chance to steal my dog, let me tell you that. There's no doggy door, because mine like to sunbathe, and I'm not having them baking outside all day, so there's no doggy door. When they go out, I go out.
Well, I have no room for thieves. I think they should have their hands chopped off anyhow, I just don't have room for thieves. No. I don't at all, whether you steal a dog, a person, money, whatever, I don't care. You're a thief, you're a thief.
Such a violation.
But people out here in Las Vegas, or if you live in the areas in Phoenix or whatever, and you leave your animals in this weather and the heat and everything else.
It's brutal. Isn't it brutal, Mike?
I think the punishment should be that if you get caught, then you should be put in the vehicle and windows rolled up for the amount of time that the animal was put in there.
Enjoy that, because it's not pleasant. There's a guy, I think it's a police officer actually, and it'll circulate again as it gets warmer. We've been up to nearly 90, haven't we, this past week? But a policeman did a great video where he sat in the car and he just showed a clock. Oh my gosh, within a few minutes, he's struggling to breathe, he's sweating, he's really uncomfortable, just trying to get the point across.
Right.
It's never worth that. I'm just popping in for 5 minutes. Because it never is 5 minutes.
No.
It's never worth it for that coffee. You can go through the drive-thru if you need to do that, But here's the thing. People say, I feel guilty leaving them at home. Well, you feel real guilty when you just leave them alone in your car to suffer.
And their brains cook cook them. They're just like cooking them.
You cook your dog, So, but yeah, because don't park next to me and Mike. Oh my gosh!
This ain't gonna be Jim.
Where is he? I think he just left. I think my husband just left me. Well, listen, if you're listening in, it was a good conversation, by the way, Mike.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you brought that up because you can't be too careful. You really can't. If you're listening to the show and you want to find out where we are on the internet, you can find us at VegasRockDogRadio.com. And our Facebook is Vegas Rock Dog Radio. The Twitter is Vegas Rock Dog Show. No W at the end. And the call-in is 702-483-4444. We are live with VegasAllNetRadio.com, part of Lotus Broadcasting. And if you're an Instagrammer and you love to take loads of pictures, I won't complain at looking at them. So you can find me at Vegas Rock Dog. And if you want to pick up rock and roll clothing for you and your pet, you can go over to our other site, which is VegasRockDog.com. We sell everything from denim jackets for dogs, that signature logo on, t-shirts, tank tops. We've got little dresses. We've got rock and roll ties. We've got bark and roll bow ties. We've got so much fun stuff on there, and that's just for the dogs. And for the humans, we've got some brand new t-shirts out. We've got the Eat, Sleep, Bark, Repeat, and they're fashion t-shirts, so they fit fabulously. They're not some big boxy, ugly, stiff. Oh, that's my sister, my twin sister, trying to it's my twin sister sending me messages all the way from England. Don't you love that? Don't you love technology? Back to the t-shirt. Hello, Serena. That's my twin, by the way. Eat, Sleep, Bark, Repeat. Fantastic fashion t-shirts and tank tops and long sleeve tees, and they're fantastic material. Fit great, look good. And we also got the foster fail tank tops, because many of us have done that, where we failed at fostering and it's not such a bad thing. So take a look. Go over there, vegasrockdog.com. And our blog is the rockandrolldog.com. That's where the giveaways happen. And if you're a Google Pluser, you can get Sam Ratcliffe. And you can download a Yap app for our show, yapp.us, and download it and then look for Vegas Rock Dog Radio. And then you'll get all the information about the show and you can listen live straight from there. So, look who just graced us with his presence. Let's see what pearls of wisdom Jim has. He said he wants to use his radio voice today, Mike, so I don't know what that sounds like.
Howdy-ho.
We're going to go ahead and pull up the theme to the Beverly Hillbillies now. We're trying to save our necks in here about the rabbit comments last week, buddy. Where you been?
Coming back to haunt you.
Dude, that's all your fault, man. You got me started on that one. Your first smirk started that one.
Then I come to find out that there's not any really Welsh rabbit dish. There's some cheese thing. I thought everybody was eating rabbit over there, having these wild dreams and things like that. You know, back in
Goma Pal. remember the famous Goma Pal episode?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, help me! You see, it's all going to take a wrong turn now. Like that movie, Wrong Turn.
Private Pile, you want a rabbit?
Oh my God. We're going to live this rabbit episode down, I tell you. Well, listen, let's talk about not rabbits. We're going to come back to rabbits, actually, because it's Easter this weekend. I want to do my tip of the week. Here's my tip of the week. And if this doesn't apply to you, it will probably apply to someone that you know. And so please tell them about this. And the tip of the week is that no pet should suffer or lose its life simply because an owner is struggling financially. So many people despair at the thought of how they can pay for their treatment, and often it's life-saving treatment as well. And it has somehow become an acceptable way to, hey, I don't have the money, I will just not treat my pet, or I'll just euthanize it. And we don't want people to think that's the acceptable and only way to take care of that. So one way we can change this way of thinking is to inform as many people as possible of the alternatives, and that there is help out there for them, because it's a terrible predicament to be in when you don't have the money and you love your pet. So I took quite a while to sift through some organizations, and there are loads of them. That's the good news. There's loads of good organizations who can help a pet parent who is struggling financially and worried for their pet's well-being. So here we go. I'm just going to rattle these off. These are actually going to go up on our, probably going to do these on a blog post so that you can come back and reference them should you ever need them. So iMom, www.imom.org is one of them. GoFundMe, that is like a do-it-yourself account if you've never used one. And some people feel a little bit embarrassed. You know, they say, I'll somehow figure it out any other way. I don't want to ask people for money. But there's just a lot of very caring people out there that would be very happy to donate to your pet getting treated. And honestly, don't feel embarrassed. Everybody's doing it. I see people do flipping GoFundMes for their holiday. I'm like, really? Okay. Pets are...
Wait a second.
Shoe fund. Let's have a shoe fund going.
That would be great for you women.
I'm starting one right after this show.
Jim, man, we could actually make money on this deal if we could get our wives into getting a GoFundMe for shoes.
For shoes and handbags.
God, man, would we save, man. Yeah. You could get that brand new sound equipment you've been really wanting for
Jim,
all these
I'm
years.
telling you, we do every week. Jim is he's looking at equipment now. Every week it's like, I need a new mouthpiece. How many do you need? I see this on the saxophone. How many do you need?
It's not about needs.
It's about wants, isn't it, Jim? I know.
It's about, I deserve it. Sometimes you just work hard and you deserve something because you want it.
I know.
God, I'm going to send my wife this show.
Yeah. So that's GoFundMe, a DIY fundraising account. And the beauty of it is it's online, so people from all over the world get to see it. Just know that you do have to promote it. You just don't let it sit there. Utilize your social media to get the word out. And people have been incredibly successful with that. So that's a great option. The ASPCA of New York and LA, they actually offer a free spay-neuter program. So if you're struggling to pay for that, you can get that done quite easily. And most local shelters, or there'll be an organization, will either offer discounted or free. Just have to look out for their specials. YouCaring is another one, youcaring.com. Again, you put another campaign together yourself. redrover.com. That's another really good one. This is a nice one, Harley's Hope program for low-income service and companion animals. So if your animal drops into those categories, they will help you out. And that is the Harley's Hope Foundation. And I think that's going to be helpful to a lot of people. My twin sister's saying that Jim deserves a new car.
Yeah, do your listeners know the story?
What? My twin sister should just be on my side.
Do your listeners know what I have and what I drive around?
Oh, you shouldn't tell them. I don't think you should even tell them what you have.
I'm gonna.
Have you ever seen those cars on the cartoon, the wacky races? There you go. That's one of Jim's cars. Oh no, it's more like a Fred Flintstone car. Put your feet in the bottom.
My car's going to be 20 in December. It has 276,000 miles on it and 3 big dents.
Not because he did them, but
That's a guy a new car.
I've got a nice Expedition. So back to my
She's had 3 new cars.
Back to my tip of the day.
To my one for 20 years.
A GoFundMe shoe category too. I'm telling you, there's the new car.
Get Jim a new car. Hey, whatever it runs. It hasn't had a payment on that in years, Jim. Come on. Let's be responsible here. Here we go. The Pitbull Rescue Central offers life-threatening treatment. That doesn't sound right. It offers treatment for pit bulls with life-threatening conditions. That was crazy. And that's if funds are available. But that's a really good one. It's specific to those kind of breeds. Brown Dog Foundation is another good one. browndogfoundation.org. And I like the name of this one. Magic Bullet. I can't speak. Magic Bullet Fund, specifically for dogs with cancer. The magicbulletfund.org. So you can find some organizations that are very, very specific to. I need to turn my iPad down. Very specific to what your needs are. Another one is Helping Harley Fund, and they offer grants if they're available. And the Pet Fund, thepetfund.com. Banfield, which is a big vet network, as a charitable trust, which I don't think a lot of people know about. So that's the Banfield Charitable Trust. Now get this, Meals on Wheels, as we know, great for seniors, helping seniors out with meals, and they also help pets out with meals too. So I didn't know that about Meals on Wheels. I think it's a fantastic program. And finally, the Onyx and Breezy Foundation. So that was 14. There were more than 14, trust me. There's tons and tons and tons of them. But there is hope and help for everybody. And you'd be surprised how many people will actually just jump in and help you. And also, you have to know about Care Credit as well. And most vets offer that, where you can get a payment plan and pay monthly till it is paid off. So hopefully you'll never have to use these services. But if you need them, or a friend, make sure you share the information. It could really make a difference. Okay, so we are launching. Tell everybody what we're launching, Jim. He's going to look at me and go, what are we launching?
The event or the item?
The item. We'll come to the event.
The Rock and Roll Dog Box.
I tell you what,
Who wants to know what the Rock and Roll Dog Box is?
Why don't we take a break and then tell everybody after?
Yes.
Because we got to listen to some sponsors.
We'll use this as a teaser.
Oh, there you go. We'll be right back. You're listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio with me, Sam, your host, the Queen of Rock and Roll Dogs.
Tired of wasting money on giant boxes of litter that don't work and don't last? Switch to World's Best Cat Litter, the only litter with concentrated power. So even a small bag lasts one cat 30 days. Outstanding odor control, quick clumping, lightweight. It's even flushable. World's Best Cat Litter. Everything else is just litter. Find it near you at www.itsnotjustlitter.com. That's www.itsnotjustlitter.com.
There's nothing more delicious and healthy than an old family recipe. And for over 50 years, our family's been creating them especially for your pets. Nutrisource Super Premium Pet Foods. Dog and cat food that's all natural, holistic, and organic. Nutrisource Pet Foods contain our patented Good for Life system for your pet's optimum health and well-being. So order now. Safe quality food made by our family for your furry family members. Go to NutrisourcePetFoods.com.
From our family to yours, KLN Family Brands.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Now, let's return to Vegas Rock Dog Radio. Here again, your host, the rock and roll queen of dogs, Sam.
And we're back. You're listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio with me, Sam, your host, the queen of rock and roll dogs, and my co-host today is James Dorigo, my husband, musician, producer, president of Vegas Rock Dog. And what else, Jim?
I just do whatever you say.
Seeker of a new automobile.
Seeker of a new automobile. He can try. Okay, Jim. Jim.
Go on then.
Let's tell everyone about the Rock and Roll Dog Box and what it is and how, and when it's going to happen and all that good stuff.
Well, the Rock and Roll Dog Box is a subscription for those of you loyal listeners and fans and animal fanatics, whereby on a monthly basis you can receive a gift in the mail which is nothing but full of surprises. It's great to receive a gift when you come home from a hard day's work and see that package waiting by the door or in your mailbox, and you get to open up something from Vegas Rock Dog and just be surprised every month. And we have something in it for your dog and something in it for you. It's full of fun surprises, and it's a great value, too.
Yeah, you can actually, the subscription, you can do a 3-month subscription, a 6 or a 12-month. Of course, it's going to be a price break as you get higher. Or you can just buy a one-off Rock and Roll Dog Box, or you can gift it to a friend. So we'll be launching that hopefully early next week. We were hoping to be a little bit sooner than that, but, life happens sometimes. And it's just a great extension of our company, Vegas Rock Dog. And I know a lot of people love to get those subscription boxes. And each month we'll curate different products. So you expect something different in the box. It's not just one thing. It's a myriad of things for your pet and for yourself. And that's the difference. Because there are some fantastic pet boxes out on the market. And there's some fantastic human boxes. But I don't think anyone's combined the two together yet.
Ours will be the most fantastic.
It will be, because that's how we roll. Though on the Rock and Roll Dog Box. It's a really decent sized box too, so you'll never know what's going to be in it until you open it up. And we'll also have some samples actually included in that from various companies who would like you to try out their products also. So it's going to be a fun box that will show up every single month. So that's that. And where you would actually sign up for that, and it's not launched yet, but it's going to be on VegasRockDog.com, and you'll see the tab for the Rock and Roll Dog Box. So we're really excited about that. We like to keep, the company's been going 10 years, and we like to just keep adding new, different, innovative type products for you and your pets. Just sign up
and get it. It's cool.
It's going to be good. I've actually enjoyed curating for this box. It's really fun to go, oh, would they like this? Oh, would the dog like that?
Everybody likes a surprise.
They do. I mean, I know tons of people that buy online and forget.
A good surprise.
Yeah. I know tons of people that forget what they've bought online. And they're like, oh, what is this? Oh, yeah, I remember now. So that's the Rock and Roll Dog Box. So there you go. So if you're listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio with me, Sam, your host, the Queen of Rock and Roll Dogs, and Mr. Jim, who likes to call himself the Supreme Being.
No, that was just that one time.
So funny. He's so funny. Well, listen, I want.
At least he's not hanging like who is it, Kanye or who? Which one of them is Jesus or now or is that
Kanye's everything? He's the Messiah. He's something else. I tell you, he says some things that are just really wow.
Jim just went for a one-shot deal.
Just a one-time deal, and it didn't work.
It was very needy that day.
No one was buying it. It's funny how some people, I don't know, maybe he does know exactly how he's being. You know what I mean? Not you, I'm talking about Kanye.
No, I'm just hungry right now.
He says some things that are pretty rough, And that Taylor Swift, that's really when it all came to light, all that craziness with poor Taylor Swift, when he stole her thunder. Remember that?
Yes, I did. He tried to steal it again last time around.
It's interesting. I wonder I think Kim Kardashian's very good at cringing inwardly and not showing it outwardly. Because, oh my God, I would just be like, what are you doing? Stop. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. But I just think she just is very good at having a poker face.
But you know, when we were kids, if we stepped out of line and we weren't, behaving as good kids, like we'd be in Kmart buying Tracks, tennis shoes. Remember Tracks?
Yeah.
And so if we'd cry that we wanted Nikes, there was a foot right up our backside.
Oh, yeah.
And then you learn not to kick off in public. Yeah. You learned quick lessons back in the day, but I guess we're not allowed to do that anymore.
Daddy called it the old soup bus chops, man. Yeah. Good crack, man. That was all it took. A little crack. No, I'm not. He knows what I'm talking about.
I know.
I come from the old school way of learning. Kanye obviously didn't.
Yeah. He's just very rude.
Hey, the last guy that he charged the stage, who was the big Grammy winner last time?
Oh, it was Beck. And they go, who's Beck? And they're like, oh my gosh, I mean, I've been listening to Beck for 20 years. Yeah. Like, where have you been, And Beck is super talented.
Yeah.
I was like, man, how disrespectful,
Beck has been doing music before Kanye was dropping his daddy's pants or whatever you call it, man.
That's a unique way of putting it.
I'm not. He's a musician. Tell me, Beck's been jamming way longer than Kanye's even been thinking about it.
I think I introduced you to Beck. I think I introduced you to Beck,
but
didn't I?
Beck's got skills.
Yeah, he has got. He's got some mad skills.
And Kanye's got a mouth.
I do like Kanye's music, though. I will not say that. I do like his music.
I just like his money.
Which is not yours. So, there you go. Okay, I thought we'd talk about... I found this really, really good article. I'd actually seen it a long time ago, but it's about the Labradoodle. And it's Labradoodle purebred ? The guy that actually bred the Labradoodle...
You know him, don't you? Or did you meet him once?
I don't think so. Is Wally Conran. And it's quite interesting, actually, how this... people kind of hopped onto this designer breed dog and other dogs too. So this is the article. It's really good. The person that wrote this is I want to give them credit and I can't find their name. Here we go. It says, this one wrote, it amazes me how intelligent people can refer to an intentionally crossbred dog such as the Labradoodle as a purebred. It's quite funny, isn't it? That people don't think it's a purebred dog, but it's not, The Labradoodle is a cross between the Labrador Retriever and a Poodle. And it avoids the negative label of mutt, which a lot of people don't like, or mongrel. I don't like that
But
either.
no dog is not a purebred being. Dogs have all been engineered by mankind over the course of history, right?
Well, he actually engineered them. I mean, really did engineer them,
Over the course of many years, too, didn't he?
Well, I'll tell you exactly what he did. I mean, it's quite mind-blowing, really, what he did. Yes, it does avoid the word mutt, mongrel, because it's a deliberate crossbreeding, and those who market such pups have come to refer to them as designer dogs, a label designed to give them a hint of sophistication and elitism. There are many designer dogs now available, and the majority involve crossbreeding poodles with other breeds. Perhaps the earliest of these appeared in the 1950s, and I didn't know this, and it was the Cockapoo, which was obviously a Cocker Spaniel.
Since the
poodle.
50s?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Wow.
Apparently, it never achieved much popularity, but nowadays one can find a golden doodle, a schnoodle, a cavoodle, which is a Cavalier, King Charles and a poodle, roodles, Yorkie poos, oh my gosh, sheepoo, multipoo, pouchon. Gosh,
poo-poo.
Poo-poo, I'm sure there's a poo-poo in there somewhere. And although there are other designer dog crosses, the poodle is frequently entered into the mix in order to provide a non-shedding coat quality and a presumed, and people need to know this, presumed hypoallergenic trait to the resultant pups. No pet is no dog is hypoallergenic, but if you can go for a breed that doesn't shed as much, then you won't have so many issues. Well, anyway, this Wally Conran, he's the man that's credited with the creation of the Labradoodle, and he was the breeding manager at the Royal Guide Dog Association of Australia in the 1980s, and his bosses set him with a difficult task. A blind woman from Hawaii had written to ask if they could provide a guide dog that would not shed hair, because her husband was allergic to it. And to quote Conran, he said, oh yes, this will be a piece of cake. The standard poodle is a working dog and it doesn't shed hair, so it'll be great. And he tried 33 dogs in the course of 3 years and they all failed. They just didn't make the grade as guide dogs. Meanwhile, the woman in Hawaii was getting older and my boss was getting on my back, is what he said. Desperation drove Conran to, you see, desperation, it should have been at that point, it doesn't work, we're not doing it. You know what I mean? Really? He drove him to consider an alternative course of action, and the upshot was that he took his best female Labrador retriever and mated it with a standard poodle. This resulted in a litter of 3 pups. With long waiting lists of people wishing to foster guide dog puppies, Conran was sure that he'd have no problem placing their 3 new crossbred dogs with a family to be trained and socialized before being enlisted in their guide dog program. Unfortunately, nobody would take them since everyone wanted a purebred dog. Now, this is what you're going to find mind-blowing. So that's when Conran came up with the name Labradoodle. According to him, I went to our PR team and said, go to the press and tell them we've invented a new dog, the Labradoodle. It was a gimmick, and it went worldwide. And it worked. And during the weeks that followed, their switchboard was inundated with the calls from potential dog fostering homes, other guide dog centres, vision-impaired people, and people allergic to dog hair who wanted to know more about this wonder dog. So Conran immediately discovered that since the Labradoodle is a hybrid and not a purebred, the resulting puppies did not have consistently predictable characteristics. Although all Labradoodles have some common traits, their appearance, working ability, and behavioral characteristics remain somewhat unpredictable, even in the nature of their coat. The reason why the poodle was originally part of the mix, and there is a lot of variability. So Labradoodles' coats can vary from wiry to soft, and they may be curly, wavy, or straight. Straight-coated Labradoodles are said to have hair coats. Wavy-coated dogs have fleece coats, and curly-coated dogs have wool coats. Many Labradoodles do shed. There you go. Although the coat usually sheds less and has less dog odor than that of a Labrador retriever. In the Labradoodle, there is also no certainty that the dog will be hypoallergenic. Conrad explains that the reason for having these crosses in the first place was to prevent allergy symptoms, and their characteristic cannot be guaranteed by simply creating a poodle cross. He complains. Oh, that's interesting. This is what gets up my nose, if you'll pardon the expression. When the pups were 5 months old, we sent clippings and saliva over to Hawaii to be tested, and this woman's husband. Of the 3 pups, he was not allergic to one of them. In the next litter...
Maybe they should have said any of them.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. In the next litter, there were 10 pups, but only 3 had non-allergenic coats. Now people are breeding these dogs and selling them as non-allergenic, and they're not even testing them. Well, he started that whole malarkey, didn't he? Look what he created. Anyway, he continues his lament saying, get on the internet and verify it for yourself. All these backyard breeders have jumped on the bandwagon. Well, he kind of created the bandwagon, let's face it, and they're crossing any kind of dog with a poodle. They're selling them for more than a purebred, which is worth, and they're not going into the backgrounds of the parents of the dogs. There are so many poodle crosses having fits, problems with their eyes, hips and elbows, and have lots of epilepsy. And there are very few ethical breeders, but very, very few of them. He said he opened up a Pandora's box. That's what I did. He said, I released a Frankenstein.
Was he remorseful?
Very. So many people are just breeding for the money. So many of these dogs have physical problems, and a lot of them are just crazy. And he said, you know that American President Obama announced that he was thinking of getting a Labradoodle. So I wrote him a letter saying what the pitfalls were. I said, if you are going to buy a Labradoodle, check both the parents, make sure they have a certificate. A lot of them are untrained. A lot of them are no good for people with allergies. I don't know if he was listening to me, but he didn't get one in the end. Today, I am internationally credited as the first person to breed the Labradoodle. People ask me, aren't you proud of yourself? I tell them, no, not in the slightest. I've done so much harm to pure breeding and made so many charlatans quite rich. I wonder in my retirement whether we bred a designer dog or a disaster. I finished my interview with, this is what the lady said, I finished my interview with him by asking him if he ever kept a Labradoodle as a pet. No way, he told me in a shocked tone of voice. My dogs are Labrador retrievers, Rocky and Jazz. I only ever bred 31 Labradoodles. I'm on a pension. I live in a little shoebox flat. If I'd gone into breeding Labradoodles for a living, I'd be on easy street. But there's no way I'd do it. My conscience wouldn't let me. So there you go. Isn't that interesting?
It is.
And he has to
well, that's the whole thing about placing value, a dollar value on an animal.
Well,
it's a pitfall.
And I think, like you say, trying to breed something that you don't know if you can create a dog that's hypoallergenic, but everybody's bought into it, and like you say, then people jump on it to make money. So I thought it was very, very interesting, the fact that you didn't even own one.
Well, like your mother always says, a little germ will never kill you.
It's true.
It's good to have a few germs around.
That's an Irene-ism, that's for sure. Well, on that note, let's take a quick break and listen to some words from our lovely sponsors who make the show happen every week. We'll be right back. You're listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio with me, Sam, and Jim of Vegas Rock Dog Radio.
Amazing Pet Expos is coming to a city near you. Admission is always free, and your pet is welcome. Shopping, adoptions, free nail trims, discounted shots and microchipping, agility, a pet costume contest, and much more. Plus, meet the guys from Animal Planet's hit TV series Tank and Pit Boss. Online at AmazingPetExpos.com.
Bring your pets to the Pet Expo.
Hi, Jill. I see you and Bella are enjoying this lovely day as well.
It's a perfect day for a walk. Isn't that right, Bella?
And what a colorful ID tag you have, Bella. It certainly puts my Rusty's boring engraved tag to shame.
Isn't it great? It's a dog tag art tag.
Dog tag art?
Yeah, dog tag art makes the world's coolest pet ID tags. Pick from hundreds of cute designs or upload your photos or artwork to create a unique tag of your own. They even give you 4 lines of text on the back of the tag for important contact information.
I love it! But do they hold up? We have to replace Rusty's metal tags so often because the information wears away.
Dog tag art tags are some of the highest quality pet tags out there. They're made with super durable stainless steel. Your information is always legible and the tags are guaranteed for life.
Well, I'm sold. Where can I get my dog tag art tag for Rusty?
DogTagArt.com. Shopping there is so easy and fun. You're sure to find one that matches Rusty's personality perfectly.
Sounds great! We can't wait to get online and get a tag of our own.
DogTagArt.com. We keep best friends together. Use the coupon code RADIO for a 25% discount off any tag.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life
PetLifeRadio.com.
Radio.
Vegas Rock Dog Radio continues. The phone lines are open at 702-483-4444. Now, here again, your host, Sam.
Jim's making us laugh on the break here.
He's on his way to the church.
It's so funny. You're listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio if you're just listening in. And we're talking about pets, people, and pop culture. I've got a little piece of news here. Very great piece of news. It's funny, I keep very close tabs on what's happening in the countries that I've lived in, because I have an interest in those countries. So my mum's been in Spain now. Oh, my gosh.
27 years.
Is it 27?
I think so.
No, I think it's 25, isn't it? It's a long time. My mum's lived in Spain for many, many years. I lived there for quite a few years. My younger sister lived there for quite a few years, and blah, blah, blah. So I like to keep in touch with what's going on over there. And there's some fantastic news that came out of Madrid. Madrid stray and abandoned animals will no longer be euthanized, according to a new law passed by the city's government earlier this month. Nacho?
Cheese.
No. Nacho? Paunero. Stop it. I love that movie, by the way.
Daddy. Nacho Daddy.
Nacho Paunero,
We're going to get the bacon fry in here in a minute.
President of animal rights organization El Refugio, has been fighting for 19 years to make Madrid and the surrounding areas no-kill. 19 years. And you've got to understand this. Living there, I saw lots of horrible things done to animals. They didn't have a really great track record. So to get this news is really fantastic. He said, we would never stop fighting until accomplishing our goal, and we have finally done it. And him and his organisation have been fighting for this breakthrough since last summer in hopes that all of Madrid's homeless animals would be protected. Under the new law, no shelter animal will be euthanized. Of course, we all know that there are some cases where they cannot be helped, if they've been so badly injured or they're dying. Of course, they're going to be kind to those animals and not let them suffer. But basically, if they enter the shelter, we're just not arbitrarily going to put them down for space or any other reason. So I think it's just a brilliant piece of news. He said Madrid government officials had faced a lot of backlash from animal lovers all over the world last year after euthanizing Excalibur, the dog of Ebola patient Teresa Romero. Remember that? They never even tested the dog, and I don't think, if I'm not wrong, I don't think it transfers from animals to humans, I think, unless you're in contact with blood, if I'm not wrong. So, I mean, that had to be devastating for her because she ended up surviving, and then her dog wasn't there for her. Anyway, it takes one breakthrough, he said, and you'll start to see other cities follow suit. And when people see it happening, it's a bit easier for them to get on board, when the first time something happens like that, you go, oh, okay, it's possible, we can all hop on board and try and do it in our cities. But it's thanks to these persistent animal lovers. I mean, 19 years is very persistent, who believe they can make a change in order to for others to follow their lead. Isn't that great news?
Excellent news.
I hope that just spreads further through Spain.
I hope it spreads to places like Las Vegas.
Yes. We really need to get on board. We really need to get on board. But I thought that was just a great piece of news. And hopefully all the other cities will follow suit, because they're starting to ban their bullfights and, and after centuries culturally doing these things, they're never easy to get rid of, People say, that's our culture, but we do progress. So they are starting to get rid of them. I think it's brilliant. Jim, do you want to talk about our hairball?
Okay. The 80's hairball, you mean?
The 80's hairball.
Oh,
yeah.
The fantastic party that Pam and Sam are throwing.
Yeah.
For the benefit of animal rescue. Let's take a look at the note sheet.
Yeah. Where's the date on this?
The date
is Friday, April 24th. Are you coming?
It's a Friday from 7 to 10 p.m.
Yeah, we're there.
And it's at the Bootlegger in their Copa room, which is a fantastic event
rock
room.
Lounge. It's fantastic. It's like a rock lounge.
I'll send the ladies of On Pit Road Racing down there.
Oh, they'd love it. I mean, it's going to be a really fun...
Diane, Janie, and Sandy Castell. Boy, you talk about a trio there.
They're like the Charlie's
Angels.
Awesome. They're like the Charlie's Angels of
yeah, they really are. They got a brunette, a blonde, and a redhead. There you go.
They do. They're the Charlie's Angels.
They're the Charlie's Angels of racing. There you go.
It. So the website is 80shairball.com, and we're benefiting the Churchill Foundation and
the Vegas Shepherd Rescue.
The Vegas Shepherd Rescue. Two really, really great rescues. We pick different ones for different events so we can try and help as many people as possible. The tickets are $60, and let me tell you what you're going to get for $60.
Dude, you better come in your members only jacket.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's from the 80s.
And acid wash jeans.
Oh, man. I'll bring out the parachute pants, man. Can I glam the hair out?
Parachute pants, yeah.
So, yeah.
Maybe I should call Vince Neil. Maybe he's got some old stage clothes from the Motley.
Well,
Bon Jovi zebra tights.
Yeah. We're going to have a band. We were thinking of calling them the Motley Crew.
Really?
So I think Vince, since he lives here in town, should come down and pay us a visit. So an ode to him. Don't they call it a parody?
Do you know him, Jim? Do you know him?
I've worked with him a couple of times.
I've met him a couple. He's a very nice guy.
He's easy to get on with.
I went to a friend's birthday party and hung out with him at a dinner party.
Oh, that's right. We had dinner with them. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. That was a long time ago.
Nice guy.
Super
nice guy.
For $60, this is what you get. Some people are like, what? Let me tell you what you get for $60. You get food. You get the live band, which is fabulous. You get a killer. Our swag bags are killer. We do killer swag bags. Our last one was worth $150. Everything in there was fantastic. We're going to have a brilliant raffle and auction. I mean, serious raffle and auction.
Okay.
And
food.
Great
bootlegger food.
And we're going to have an air guitar contest. Oh, we got 3 minutes. An air guitar contest.
Are you going to have that bootlegger pizza?
We are, yes.
Oh,
is it good?
Have you had the?
I've never had it.
The Greens pizza there.
It's good.
Unbelievable.
It's very good.
Oh,
so for $60, obviously you get your food, you get your entertainment, you get your swag bag, a brilliant atmosphere,
some Greens pizza,
lots of fun, and you get to help to rescues. And get your tickets now. 80's Hairball.com, or you can go to VegasRockDog.com and you'll see a tab on there. There are a few places you can buy tickets. And if you want to get involved with sponsorship, our sponsorship starts at $25. They go up to the big one at $1,000. But the $1,000 one includes tickets, it includes obviously the food and the entertainment, blah, 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 and a 4 to 6 minute segment on the morning blend. So if you're a business, it's a deal. Let me tell you that.
That is a pretty good
deal.
It's a good
deal, isn't it? So you get to go on TV and promote your business. So I think that's a cool thing. And you get to put your business info in the 150 swipe backs and signage all over the place. So lots of promo on our end. So that's the 80shairball.com. Make sure you buy a ticket. So we're going to wrap up the show. Jim, here we go.
Remember, you can help a pet in need, indeed. Either rescue, adopt, donate, volunteer, or share. Rescue your next family member. Replace the word shop with adopt. Be kind to animals.
All animals. I want to thank you for coming in the studio, Jim.
Even rabbits.
Big thank you to Mike. Have a great Easter. Make sure your pets stay away from the chocolate. And thank you for listening in. Take a moment to like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter and all that good stuff. And if you make a donation today to a charitable organisation, just know that they will respect and appreciate it. Thanks to Mike. The show's always great with Mike in studio.
Appreciate it. We'll only eat chocolate bunnies this weekend.
That's it, only chocolate bunnies.
This is the sound of a rabbit, by the way.
He's so annoying. And I'd like to thank you for listening into the show today. You're a big part of the show. Today you've been listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio.
Happy Easter.
Where it's all about pets, people, and pop culture. And I'm your host, Sam. Thank you to Jim for coming in studio. And always kiss your pets. Good morning and good night. We will see you next week.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, everyone.
Let's Talk Pets. Every week on demand. Only on PetLifeRadio.com.